Hello students, let's continue our chapter Life Processes of Class 10 NCERT Science. In this video, I will explain you 6.2.1, that is autotrophic nutritions. In the previous video, I have explained about that nutrition is divided into two: autotrophic nutritions and heterotrophic nutrition. Auto means a self. Okay, then autotrophic nutritions are those, or autotrophic organisms are those which can make their own food with the help of the inorganic sources. Inorganic sources means your carbon dioxide and water, in which carbon is present very less in amount. Heterotrophic organisms are those which can depend upon the other for their food, that is called the heterotrophic organisms. Let's continue this topic 6.2.1 autotrophic nutrition. Then students, you will see here autotrophic organisms which can make their own food, no, with the help of a carbon dioxide and water. But they can need a process, that is called the photosynthesis process. Autotrophic organisms can need a carbon and energy. Okay, then they can need a carbon energy. How? With the help of the photosynthesis, no. Then what is the photosynthesis here? Photo means light, means the plant which can make their own food with the help of a light. That process is called the photosynthesis. Synthesis means to make. Okay, then the plant can make their own food with the help of a light in the presence of a carbon dioxide and water. That process called the photosynthesis. Now see here, it is a process by which autotrophs takes in substance from the outside and convert them into stored forms of a energy. Okay, then after when the plant can make their food with the help of the sunlight, carbon dioxide and water, then they can make energy, and this energy is stored inside the plant. Now this material is taken in the form of carbon dioxide and water. I already told to you about this one. The plant can take the carbon dioxide and water, which converted into a carbohydrate in the presence of a sunlight, okay, and chlorophyll. I already explained to you. Plant can take a carbon dioxide, water in the presence of a sunlight and chlorophyll, and it will make a food that is called the carbohydrates. Now student, carbohydrate is a combination of a starch and glucose. Carbohydrate is a combination of what here? Starch and glucose. Okay, that's why when we eat the food is sweet in taste due to the presence of a glucose, and this starch is stored in the plant, which can use in the emergency time. Then this starch is stored inside the plant as the internal energy reserve to be used as when required. Okay, now let's see here, same things are written here in the book here. Carbohydrates are utilized for providing energy to the plant. Okay, we will study how this takes place in the next section. The carbohydrates which are not used immediately are stored in the form of a starch. Then I told to you that carbohydrate is stored. Okay, then carbohydrate is a combination of a glucose and starch. Okay, then glucose is goes in your food. Okay, goes inside the food. That's why food is sweet in taste, and starch is stored inside the plant which serves as the internal energy reserve to be used as when required by the plant. That is the function of the starch. And question also also we asked which one is stored in the plant and which can provide energy in the emergency case. That is the answer of starch here. Now, somewhat similar situations as is seen in us where some of the energy derived from law. Now, in the plant, starch is stored. Okay, starch is stored, and in the human body, glycogen is stored inside our body, which can provide energy to us. Then in this paragraph, students only here describe that plants can mix their food with the help of the sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. That process is called the photosynthesis. And plants can mix carbohydrates, and in carbohydrates, glucose goes inside the fruits, and starch is stored in the plant, which is used in the emergency time. And the human body, glycogen is stored inside our body. This much only is given in this paragraph. Let's proceed to another one. Okay, now see here that is a very important reaction. It's a given, always asked in the exam here. Okay, and that reactions is called the photosynthesis reactions. This reactions is asked in the exam also. This reaction is takes place inside the plant. Now see student here, uh, plant can take the carbon dioxide and the water. No, plant can take the carbon dioxide and water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. Okay, in the presence of a chlorophyll and sunlight, because without chlorophyll and sunlight, plants cannot make their own food. And chlorophyll is the green pigment which is present inside the leaves. And the function of this chlorophyll is that it can trap the sunlight. And this chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast organelles. Okay, students, chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast organelles. That's why the color of the leaves is green in color, due to the only presence of this pigment chlorophyll. Okay, then this plants can mix their food with the help of the carbon dioxide and water, and it will mix a food, that is your glucose C6H12O6, and it can release the carbon dioxide, it will release the oxygen here. See here, it can release the oxygen here and water molecules. Now see here, this one is called your reactants. Okay, and this one is called the products. In the exam time, question will ask to you, write down the byproducts of a photosynthesis. Then byproducts means what is comes out when the carbon dioxide and water is combines together. Okay, then it will give rise to glucose, oxygen, and water. That is your byproducts. This one is all are the byproduct. Then you will write here answer, glucose, oxygen, and water. That is it. This reaction is a very important in the point of exam views. Okay, let's proceed to another. See here, now this is also very important here, that the photosynthesis takes place in the following three steps. Okay, now see here, let us now see that actually happens during the process. What happened during the photosynthesis? Okay, what there are three events occur during three process. Then again question will ask to you, write down the three events which can occur during the photosynthesis process. Then first one, students here see absorption of a light energy by chlorophyll. It's true. Okay. Then light energy means sunlight energy. Then sunlight energy is trapped by a chlorophyll pigment, which is a green in color and present inside the leaves, inside the chloroplast organelle. Okay, first point is this one. Now second point is a conversion of a light energy to the chemical energy. Okay, means sunlight energy is converted into the chemical energy. Then inside the food, which energy is stored there? Chemical energy is stored there. And splitting of a water molecule, students see here the formula of the water is a H2O. Then splitting of a water molecules, then hydrogen is separate here and oxygen is a separate here. That's why oxygen is a comes out during these reactions. Okay, then second point is a this one, first point is a third point. Then third point is that carbon dioxide. Okay, this carbon dioxide is converted into the carbohydrates. This carbon dioxide is converted into the what, student? Carbohydrates. Then these three events is a very important which can take place during the process of a photosynthesis. Now you can memorize it because this point is very important and this reaction is also very important. Now let's move to another paragraph here. Now see here, this steps need not takes place one after the other immediately. For example, it's not necessary that these all steps takes place in every plant. Okay, then you will see here example is given here. Desert plants can take carbon dioxide at night, and you will see here in the plain areas carbon dioxide plant can take the carbon dioxide during the daytime because the sunlight is present that time. Okay, and plants can make their food with the help of the sunlight and it can trap carbon dioxide and water, but this will not happens in the desert plants. In the desert plants carbon dioxide takes place at the night times and they can make their food whatever is absorbed by the chlorophyll during the daytime. Okay, they can make their food, but desert plant take up carbon dioxide at the night time and in the daytime the leaves in which chlorophyll is present, they can trap the sunlight energy during the daytime. The just opposite here. Okay, now let's proceed to another. Now let us see. Okay student, this much is only about the how the plants can makes their food, no, and the reactions also, photosynthesis reactions are also very important, but in this paragraph they are explaining about this cross section of a leaf. That is also very important. Question will ask to you, draw the structure of this cross section of a leaf. Then you will not ignore this diagram also. This diagram is a very important here. Now see here in this one written, let us see how each of the components of the above reaction are necessary for photosynthesis. This is very important. Okay, components means part of this one. If you carefully observe a cross section of a leaf under the microscope, so in figure 6.1, you will notice that some cells contain green dots. Some cells contains a green dots. This one green dots. Okay, this one green dot. These green dots are called the cell organelles called the chloroplast. Then this one is called the this one is called the chloroplast here, which contain chlorophyll. Let us do an activity which demonstrate that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Then in with the help this in this activity they will explain you that chlorophyll is a very important for photosynthesis. Before starting this activity you will see student this diagram, because this diagram is a very important and they will ask to you in the exam time also. Now this is a cross section of a leaf. When you see this leaf, when we take the small part of the leaf and put it on the slides, and when we see under the microscope, then you see such type of a diagrams here. Now when we see the simple diagram of the leaf, then you will see here this one is your center portion is called the midrib, and this one is called the veins, okay, and this one is called the leaf blade. Now this is a simple diagram of the leaf, okay. Center part is a student what, it's a midrib, and this one is called the vein, and the side one is called the lamina or leaf blade. Now when we see the small portion of the leaf, okay, and put it on the slide, put it in the slide, put a few drops of glycerin and saffron in solution, and then put a cover slip, and then you will see under the microscope, then you will see a such type of a diagram here. Now this one upper part is called the waxy cuticle, okay. Waxy cuticle means this waxy cuticle, this prevent this leaf for the damage or destroy, okay. If you will keep these leaves inside the water also, then after also this leaf will not damage because of the presence of the waxy cuticle, okay. Just below the waxy cuticle, this one upper epidermis means upper layer of the leaves is called the epidermis, and this one is called the lower epidermis. In between this one cells are present, okay. The gap between this one, the gap between the cells is called the air spaces, okay. And in these cells you will see, in these cells green dots are present, that is called the chloroplast, and inside the chloroplast chlorophyll pigment is present here. Student, here guard cell is given, very important guard cells, and you know this guard cells is present in the stomata, in the stomata. In the later topic I will explain you about details of stomata, and stomata is given in the next topic, okay. Then when we see the diagram of the stomata, okay, stomata is present on the lower side of the leaves, which helps in the transpirations and exchange of the gases also. Then in the students, when we see the structure of the guard cells, okay, the guard cells, this one is a guard cell, and this guard cells is this guard cell is present in the what, student, in the stomata, and it is a kidney shape. The shape of this two guard cell is in the kidney shape, and this is a present in the stomata, okay. And this is the opening of the guard cells, and this with the help from here, it helps in the exchange of the gases and the transpiration. Then important of the guard cell is also very important, that on the function of the guard cells or stomata. Question will ask to you, draw the diagram of the stomata. This question is also asking in the exam. Then this is much about this one. In the next video I will explain you about the activity 6.1, because this one is also very important. Before that you will revise all this one, what I will taught to you here, okay, all these topics, okay. And if you have any kind of the problem, then you will comment me in my comment box. Till then, bye and have a nice day.